So hey guys, this is your match preview for our team, Wolverhampton Wanderers, hosting fellow relegation strugglers, Ipswich Town at Molineux. And we're doing it today from the Fox at Shipley, as you can see. Loads coming up in this one, including our thoughts, Magic Moss. Can we win this game? So yes, I hope you don't mind us bringing this preview from what is an absolutely fantastic pub and supporter of the channel, the Fox at Shipley. It's very Christmassy at this time of year, but as you can see when I show you around, there's lots of Wolves memorabilia. In this podcast, in this preview, we're going to be obviously looking ahead to the game. We're going to have a very special, dapper looking Magic Moss that's going to give his thoughts on that. And we've got John, the Ipswich fan from the Ipswich podcast, the Blue Monday podcast, to give the Ipswich view on it. And from my point of view, at the end, we're going to give my score prediction and thoughts ahead of the game. But obviously, it's going to be an absolutely massive game. But it's also a very special game because, of course, Wolves are celebrating the 70th anniversary of that famous Wolves versus Honved fixture with the likes of the amazing Billy Wright, that incredible team from the 1950s. And they really need to play like that on the pitch at the weekend. They need to play with the spirit of that team from the 1950s, because we've got to somehow get ourselves out of this absolute mess that we're in. And we do know that the board are sticking now by Gary O'Neill for this game and the foreseeable future, and they say they're going to back him in the window. So look, we've got to get behind the boys from the start. Whatever you think, we've got to back the team. But let's go over and see what John from the Blue Monday podcast, Ipswich podcast, has to say. And then you're going to be joined by my dad, looking incredibly dapper, Mr. Magic Moss.
Hi Dave and everyone at Always Wolves Fan TV. I'm Rich from the Blue Monday podcast. You can catch our Wolves preview from Thursday night live on YouTube and on podcast and on demand afterwards. And there is a little bit of trepidation going into this one for us Tractor Boys. 3 single goal defeats in a row. Games where Town have largely been in the match, have not been blown away by anyone, have not been embarrassed, but just marginal moments, mistakes, penalties given away, and of course last time out against Bournemouth, just late heartbreak. And ultimately, as you guys know, having been in this league a little bit longer than we have, it's those margins that end up costing you. It's that slight lack of quality, and certainly for us as a team, double promotions, still a lot of League One players who are making big contributions, but they're just not familiar with the level, and you know, good world-class players are going to find them out eventually, and that quality start to tell in late into our matches of late. That being said, you guys don't find yourselves in the best of positions either. I think neither of us have won so far in December, and I think our last win was away at Spurs. And maybe being away from home might be good for us, take the pressure off a little bit. Our only victory of the season so far away at Spurs. It would be great to see a repeat of that performance. I wouldn't expect us to dominate the game on Saturday, but we do appear to have found a way to counter-attack and counter-press really well in the Premier League, and so that bodes well. But you guys obviously have the quality potentially to dominate. So it depends who is who's least scarred by recent results and recent performances. I'd argue our performances haven't been too bad. Certainly, we've spotted the Everton result particularly, and hope that maybe Molineux might be a little bit tetchy, a little bit nervous, and we can take advantage of that. Ultimately, not a classic Premier League fixture, I suspect, and just to avoid us having 4 defeats on the bounce, I would take a draw. But any result is possible, frankly, on Saturday, and I guess that's what makes it exciting. But I'm sure the home and away ends will both be a little bit nervous on Saturday, and I shall be enjoying my trip up to the Midlands, as always, to watch it in person.
So I'm here with the man, the myth, the legend, looking very dapper, Dad, I have to say.
You don't look so bad yourself.
Well, you know, it runs in the genes, doesn't it, Dad? Looking ahead to this vital game at the weekend
Yeah.
against Ipswich. Obviously, also the Honved fixture celebrating the 70 years.
I remember that, yeah. Well, a bit of it anyway.
Well, you were only a young lad, but you got took by your dad, didn't you? But yeah, well, first of all, people want to know, obviously, before we get stuck into it, where is Derek?
I don't know where.
You don't know where he is?
He's in the cupboard somewhere.
I thought you said he'd gone off with the dog next door.
Oh, he went off with that's right, with the dog next door, yes. Yeah.
No, he hasn't got a cuddly toy tonight.
No.
But we have got Christmas decorations. In fact, you have got a little fox.
Oh, we got a little fox.
Which is quite apt as we're at the Fox at Shipley. And that's Fred. Fred the fox.
Oh, Fred the fox.
Friendly Fred.
Oh, friendly Fred.
Fantastic. So, Dad, score prediction and thoughts ahead of the game.
Well, I don't know what to say, but let's hope they can win.
You can hope that win, but what's you going to go for your score?
I think they'll win 1-0.
So you're going for a 1-0 score line then?
Yeah,
You're going
on.
for a winner. I love it.
Instead of a 2-0, we're going for a 1-0.
Why not?
Hopefully.
Who's
we got to keep the faith.
Who's going to score that goal, Dad?
We'll have I don't know, Tommy Doyle. Oh, go on,
Tommy Doyle.
Oh.
Going to come on in the 93rd minute or
yeah.
something, is he? Because he ain't getting many starts. Although he might get a chance because Joe Gomez is out injured.
Is he injured? Oh, dear.
Yeah, well, not injured, suspended, I should say.
Oh, is he? Oh,
He's suspended. So yeah, Freddie the Fox is buzzing around. What are you and Freddie going to sing?
Last Christmas I gave you my heart, but the very next day you gave it away. This year I
To
give
save you
you
from tears, I'll give it to someone special. Yeah.
But the Wolves are gonna win 1-0.
We hope.
We hope, and well, they're gonna get it together, David.
Love you lots, Dad.
Love you, David. Look after yourself and everybody else.
So I hope you enjoyed John from the Blue Monday podcast and my dad, Mr. Magic Moss. I think we look like we should do a scene out of Only Fuels and Horses. Just that calm, Rodney, when he falls through the thing. Because we look a bit like that, don't we? No, seriously, obviously my dad there giving his thoughts ahead of that one. Before I get on to my thoughts, we've had an absolutely lovely roast Sunday dinner.
I really enjoyed it, David. Yes, I don't cook myself now, so...
Well, you have to bring... Well, you never came yourself anyway because you didn't drive, but someone brought you.
Yeah.
Our mum absolutely loved this. Absolutely loved this. And on the day of the Ipswich game as well, would have been my mum's birthday, which is a special day, a very tough time of year for us. So we hope that she would always say, make sure you win for my husband. And she'd be saying
Make him happy. Make
my
husband happy, so they got to win.
So Wolves, you've got to do that. Just one other thing on the Fox at Shipley, they have got a breakfast club now. You can come and have breakfast on a Saturday morning. And of course, if you go into the game, don't forget that the Genting Casino, you can go in from 12 o'clock until 5 hours after kick-off and get 25% off food and drink for there as well, if you're actually at the game. But the Fox at Shipley, if you've never been, it's fantastic. They've got a Christmas menu on at the moment, absolutely Boston. Yeah. And we really did enjoy the food.
Certainly did, David.
And I had a nice treacle pudding afterwards as well, which was probably a bit too much, but it was really, really nice. Some final thoughts from me and Mr. Magic. Look, at the end of the day, we've got to get behind the boys. We've got to really get behind them because, like, it is absolutely the proverbial 6-pointer. We've got to win that game by any means possible. Put everything else aside. The fans have got to back it, and hopefully the team can respond because I'm really worried what happens if it happens in the last few games. I'm going to stay positive. I'm going to go for a win, 2-1, because someone once said dreaming is for free, and we're still dreaming. And maybe this is a blooming nightmare at the moment. I don't know about a dream, a bloody nightmare. But keep the faith. What did they say? Out of darkness cometh light.
That certainly is, David.
It's more like hello darkness, hello darkness, my old friend. It's more like that at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah.
Anyway, Dad, You're still going with your 1-0?
Yeah, go with me 1-0. We gotta win.
Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Smash a like, and if you're brand new, because there's about 70% of you that watch the videos that
I should have fell up in the Manders Centre.
Did you?
A chap named John, and he said they're going to win 2-0.
So he's going with your 2-0.
Yeah,
You've gone 1-0 today.
Yeah.
Anyway, if you're brand new or you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Get us to that 35,000. Hope you enjoy this. Loads more coming up after the game, of course. And we've also got a watch along with Chelsea. We'll have extra time, of course, on Sunday night. Until the next one, from me and my old man, Mr. Magic Moss.
I'm always Wolves.
Always Wolves.